Hey guys, just a quick RSD video, guerrilla style, Mr. Subtitles not around. Um, just thought I'd go ahead and just show what I picked up for RSD. Didn't really feel like putting the effort in on the post-production usually involved in one of my videos, or pre-production for that matter, as we can tell. So anyway, here's what I picked up. Well, let me first tell you what I did. So normally I go to Lunchbox Records, which is probably the most popular spot here in town for RSD. And usually if you don't get there before like 6 a.m., you're gonna be in a line of at least 50 or more people. If you don't show up until 8 a.m., you're usually in a line of about 100. And even it was raining today, and even in that. So I, for the first time, went to another record store that's been around for years. They closed for some years, but then they reopened within the last 5 years. And they've been around since 1988, Repo Records. And it's a great record store. The owner, Jimmy, is fantastic. But like, I don't go there as much. But I decided to go today to just save myself the hassle of and the stress of and the pain of a long line at Lunchbox. So I went to Repo. I got there at a little before 7. They opened at 8. And the only reason why I even got there early was because there was one release in particular that I wanted this year that was really limited. And it was a local release, a regional release. So that's the only reason. It's the first time I've gone early in the morning to wait in line since probably about 2012. Usually I go late in the day or sometimes the day after. On the Black Friday ones, I usually don't go in until like Saturday or Sunday, because I'm with family for Thanksgiving. But anyway, let me get to what I got. Got everything that I wanted. So anyway, let's start with this. This is weird. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get used to this. This Link Ray 7-inch. This is 2 unreleased tunes by Link Ray. One's from 58, 59, and the other one's from 1970. And this was released on Down Auerbach's label. This was the special release that I talked about. It's a band called Six String Drag. They're from Raleigh, North Carolina. Really one of my favorite bands, actually. I don't know. I mean, that's loose because I have a lot of favorite bands, but they're definitely my favorite local regional band, or one of them. Commit, John. Come on, just make a hot take every once in a while. What do you keep backtracking? But anyway, they're a great band. This is the first time it's been released on vinyl. This is a rarities, like B-sides, rare recordings thing by Six String Drag. It was very limited, so I jumped on it. Was eyeing this as soon as it was announced, well before Record Store Day. The Bob Dylan Blood on the Tracks quote unquote test press. If you know the story, this was like bootlegged back before the album was released, and it's alternate cuts of Blood on the Tracks, and alternate takes of Blood on the Tracks, and couldn't pass that up, being a huge Dylan fan. This was probably the second one that I was the most excited about, because it's the first time it's been pressed on vinyl in the U.S. And this one is takes me back to the high school days. Frank Black's Teenager of the Year. Just a great indie rock album. Yep. Nothing else to say. And then I picked up this one. I'm not a big soundtrack guy, and this one will show up in another video for someone's contest later. But I picked this one up just for nostalgia's sake. The Crow soundtrack. It was a classic soundtrack, and I wore this thing out on CD back in high school. So, yep, that's it. There were a couple of other like comps and things that I was interested in, but just decided to pass on. I gave myself a rough estimate budget, and that was it. But I'm hoping that maybe those comps are still there on Monday or Tuesday at Lunchbox. They always have a ton of overstock left over, so I'm hoping that maybe some of those comps are still there on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll stop by there and pick it up. You can probably hear the chaos going on in my house right now, so I better go. All right, that's it. Happy Record Store Day, folks.